Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today behind me I have the 2024 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEL Convenience finish in the Amazon Gray exterior, which now happens to be a hybrid exclusive color. Now for 2024, the Tucson remains mostly a carryover from its introduction in 2022. Amazon Gray is now a hybrid exclusive color where formerly it was available on the entire Tucson lineup. And the N-Line trim in specific was formerly a gas trim level, now is only available in the hybrid, and I think the way it should have been from the start, given that the hybrid does offer more performance than the standard internal combustion engine here on the Tucsons. Now even though the hybrid SEL Convenience goes mostly unchanged, the gas SEL Convenience does receive a few additional tweaks, and all Tucsons do get more standard safety equipment, including the rear seatbelt pre-tensioners, the haptic feedback steering wheel, as well as the rear side airbags. And if you do want to know everything that did change across the entire Tucson lineup for 2024, make sure to check out the dedicated video I have here on the channel. Now finally, when it comes to the pricing information specific to the hybrid SEL Convenience, it did go up $595 for 2024, which brings the starting MSRP to $36,240, including destination. So with all that information in mind, let's not waste any more time. Take a look at what the 2024 hybrid SEL Convenience has to offer for just over $36,000. So the Tucson in front of us is finished in the Amazon Gray exterior with the gray H-Tex leatherette interior. And you can see here in the sunlight, this color has a ton of metallic flake, as well as a very slight green tint to it, especially when you park it next to a different gray in the Hyundai lineup. So it is a little bit unfortunate they made this a hybrid or plug-in hybrid exclusive color for 2024, but hey, it might be just another reason to opt for the hybrid version itself. Now at the front end, you'll find the same front end design as the SE, SEL, or SEL Convenience in the gas versions as well, with the gray metallic front grille and the regular chrome Hyundai emblem. You do have full LED lighting with your LED daytime running lights in this portion right here. LED turn signals just below that, with your LED reflector, both low and high beam headlights in that separate assembly down below. There's some silver accent trim on the lower front bumper, which spans across the entire width, and a little bit of a faux skid plate design in the black plastics at the very bottom. And your smart cruise control sensor is going to be located behind that plastic square right there towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Now coming around to the side of the Tucson, every Tucson outside of the N-Line will feature the black plastic cladding around the wheel arches and into the lower door trim, and it wraps into the rear bumper as well. Now the SEL Convenience does get the upgraded 19-inch wheels, same as the top limited, which is one of the reasons I really do like this particular trim. These are finished in a machine and dark metallic finish, wrapped in 235, 55, 19-inch Michelin Primacy AS all-season tires, so a very high quality all-season at that. Coming to the mirrors, these are going to be body color with your LED turn signal integration. No cameras or LED puddle lights because this does not have the 360 camera system found on the top limited. They are going to be heated and do have blind spot detection, however. You'll find Hyundai Digital Key 1.0 on the front door handles along with the standard proximity entry. So that means Android compatible devices only for the digital key functionality. And here on the side of the Tucson, you'll find some nice chrome brightwork that runs across the entire upper section of the belt line with the gloss black roof rails up top, as well as your panoramic sunroof found on the SEL Convenience in the hybrid versions only. As we do know, the gas versions of this particular trim level do get the smaller standard sunroof. Now out back, you will find partial LED lighting with your LED running lights and brake lights in the upper portion right here, with your incandescent turn signals and reverse lights a little bit farther down on the rear bumper. You can see some very cool design textured elements in the black plastics with the silver accented trim, which sort of matches the front. You'll find your rear backup camera as well as your chrome Hyundai emblem behind this kind of smooth glossy surface. And you might be wondering, where is the rear wiper located? Well, it is actually hidden up into the rear spoiler, which is a very clever design in my opinion for keeping it free from snow and ice in wintertime if you live in the Midwest or a northern state. So it's really cool design that it is integrated up there, and also just gives it a sleek design as far as the glass and rear end goes. But as a whole, pretty traditional and very similar to that of the gas internal combustion Tucsons, the only difference being the H-Track hybrid badge here on the right side of the tailgate. So as a whole, I'm sure you guys have seen some of my other Tucson content if you guys have been following along in the channel. And if you haven't, make sure to check those out for different color combinations available on this particular model. But with all that information in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker really quick, see how this one is equipped, and then we'll jump onto the interior. Now take a quick look at the window sticker. The hybrid SEL convenience is going to be mostly the same equipment-wise versus the gas SEL convenience trim level as well, but there are a couple small differences, one of those being the panoramic sunroof versus the standard smaller sunroof. You do get the addition of Blue Link Plus for the first ownership, which means you get it for the lifetime of the vehicle on your app. So that is a very cool value add in my opinion for purchasing one of these vehicles brand new. This one does have a few additional accessories listed on the window sticker, which does bring the price to $36,920 including destination. Now take a look on the interior of this particular one. It does have the gray H-Tex leatherette, but black is available if that is more your style. Starting out here on the door panel, you'll find the more premium door card option or door panel design with the materials versus that of some of the lesser Tucsons in the lineup. So that does mean you get a slightly soft touch upper section with the gloss black strip that runs into the dashboard. This is going to be color matched to the interior seating option you choose. So this is the lighter gray, and then it does have a fabric type material on the back. And then this entire portion right here is kind of leather stitched with the black accent stitching. And that does give you the gloss black around the window trim as well. Power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic front two windows. There's your satin chrome door handle pull and a good amount of lower door storage with your LED ambient interior lighting down there as well. This has the standard 6-speaker audio system. If you do want the Bose, you do have to go to the top limited or the N line. And coming to the driver's seat, this will be your power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar, finished in the gray H-Tex leatherette interior. I really do like this material. It's very soft, very plush, and a good alternative to standard leather. And here on the inside, you'll find a very familiar design if you have been around a new generation Tucson from the 2022 model year on or newer. Now starting in front of the driver, you'll find a 10.25-inch fully digital gauge cluster with unique hybrid design elements. So on the left side, you have your speedometer, and on the right side, instead of a traditional tachometer, you'll find a charge, eco, and power meter, depending on your throttle position and whether or not you are charging or using the battery power inside of this vehicle. Now you can see next to that in the little green letters, you'll see an EV icon, and that will be displayed when the vehicle is only being powered by the built-in battery. And when the internal combustion engine is running, it will simply disappear. Now in the center, you have a lot of different items you can display, including your trip information, fuel economy. You go through some of the safety systems, put the built-in navigation up here, as well as to view your tire pressure and the all-wheel drive system. So very handy display indeed, and very similar to the gas Tucsons as well, just with a few different features. Now coming to the steering wheel, this is going to be a leather-wrapped steering wheel with the black accent stitching. You have all of your silver trim and the gloss black buttons on the left and right side. You have your audio multimedia on the left with your smart cruise control lane follow assist over here on the right side. And on the back, you do have paddle shifters for the 6-speed torque converted automatic. So pretty cool that they put paddle shifters in a hybrid vehicle like this. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist on the left. Regular wiper stalk here on the right. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge illumination, power trunk button, traction control off, as well as a 12-volt battery reset, which is a feature you don't typically find on hybrid vehicles. So pretty neat that Hyundai does put that in here as well, just in case, as well as your manual tilt telescopic steering column. Now across the dashboard, you'll find a mostly textured hard touch dashboard that wraps into the center infotainment design. And speaking of this infotainment, this is the larger 10.25-inch screen with built-in navigation, which unfortunately means only wired Android Auto, wired Apple CarPlay. They haven't started rolling out any wireless functionality to the larger systems just yet, but hopefully we'll know a little bit more about that here later this year into early next year. Now, I really do like this screen. It's a slightly higher resolution. You have your integrated Hyundai driver profiles in the corner with the Blue Link Plus functionality, like I mentioned, which is free for the first owner of the vehicle. So you can use all of the app features without having to worry about paying for it or renewing it in the future. It does, of course, have Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs as well. Below that, you have all of your touch-sensitive shortcuts for the infotainment, as well as your touch-sensitive dual-zone automatic climate control, which is very nice. USB-A charge and data inputs in this lower section with your 12-volt outlet. This is also where you'll find your wireless charging pad / Hyundai digital keypad on this angle right here. So that kind of goes with the different center console design that you do get with the push button gear selection. Is the charger pad is located right there. Heated front seats, no heated steering wheel unfortunately. Hill descent control, as well as you can pull up your rear backup camera if you would like. Here's your center differential lock, so you can send power 50-50 front and rear. And this is your drive mode select, so you do have Eco, Sport, Smart, and Snow drive modes. that does change the entire gauge cluster layout. In the sport mode, you can see does give you all of those nice red accents. Here's your push button gear selection, like I mentioned, with all the gloss black accents around it. Typically not a huge fan of all the gloss black as it starts to show fingerprints, dust, and maybe scratches over time. But it does give it a semi-premium look in my opinion. Electronic parking brake with your automatic hold feature and two nice large cup holders. And this is the standard proximity key with the usual functionality on it. Now on the sides of the center console, you do get ambient LED interior lighting in these pockets, as well as just a little bit of additional storage space. So nice to see here if you have some thin items such as paper, booklets, maybe a small tablet or phone will fit down there as well. And just nice to have some additional storage space in the center console. Here's your nicely padded soft touch center armrest, color accented to the same seating surfaces, and a good amount of additional storage space inside. No ports or lights inside. Up top, you will find the lighter gray headliner with your Vandy illumination. You do have an auto dimming interior rearview mirror without HomeLink. If you do get the limited or some of the upper trim levels, that will come with the integrated garage HomeLink function. And up top, you have your BlueLink SOS, LED overhead lighting, panoramic sunroof controls, as well as a feature that I believe is new for 2024, and this is the rear seat belt indication. So basically, if somebody's sitting in the back seat and they are not buckled up, this will illuminate red in the position that they are sitting. So pretty cool that they've added this into the Tucson, and I believe this has been added to a few other models as well. And finally, taking a look at the panoramic sunroof here in the front seat, you can see it is a very massive design, goes all the way back to the second row, and again, opens up quite far for a vehicle like this. I'll go ahead and show you guys just how far it opens up. And overall, a good feature if you want to add some fresh air inside the vehicle or just additional light inside the cabin, keeping it closed. It is a one-touch feature you can see right there. So the shade is very quick, and overall just a nice feature to have. Now take a look at the rear seat of this Tucson. You're going to find a lot of nice space in the back seat, as well as the door panels and materials mostly carry through from the front. So the only difference is a hard touch upper door panel, but the same premium materials in the lower section, including the gloss black accents. Out back, all of these seating surfaces will carry through, of course, and the seat backs themselves do recline via these levers on the left and right side. So very nice function for getting more comfortable on longer road trips. There's a quick look at the dashboard layout. And out back, in terms of amenities, you do have rear AC vents as well as two USB-A charge ports a little bit farther down on the floor. Rear map nets on both of the front seats. You do have a center armrest with two integrated cup holders. Seats do recline, like I mentioned. They are black seat belts, which do contrast against the gray H-Techs quite a bit. And you will find the rear ultrasonic occupant alert in the headliner just above the middle seat of the second row. So if this detects movement inside the vehicle after it is locked or you have left it, it will notify you in the BlueLink app, as well as sound the horn and lights to get your attention that something has been left inside. And in terms of rear seat space, I do have several inches behind my rough driving position, tons of footroom down below, and overall headroom is good as well, even with the panoramic sunroof, as I have at least 2 or 3 inches with the seat back in its full upright. And you can see if I do recline the seat back, I gain a few inches or just a little bit of additional headroom and some comfort as well on a longer road trip. Now take a look at the cargo capacity behind the second row. The Tucson is going to offer a very competitive amount for the compact SUV space. On the left side, you will find a light as well as a 12-volt outlet, and you're levered to fold down the left seat. If you do want to fold down the right, you can find that over here on the right or the passenger side. There are hooks for the cargo net and other tie-down points for cargo. Underneath the floor, you'll find a good amount of storage space. Again, considering this does have the built-in hybrid battery system, and the hybrids do feature the tire mobility kit instead of a spare tire. So that is something you won't find, unfortunately, with the hybrid. But beneath that storage, you'll find additional storage space underneath the floor. So overall, a very good amount of storage space in the Tucson behind the second row. And of course, you can fold down those seats for even additional room. I would say at least a good 6 feet, if not just a little bit more, to the front 2 seats. So as a whole, a good amount for the compact class. And finally, wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, you're going to find all of the same materials as the driver's side, which I showcased. You'll have a 4-way manual seat, so no height adjustment, unfortunately. And there's a better look at the dashboard design with the two-tone accent color match to the seating surface. The glove box is going to be damped, does have a little LED light in there as well. You can see it is a very usable space for all of your owners, brochures, or other literature you may carry. So that's a look at the interior of the hybrid SEL Convenience. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Now under the hood of the Tucson Hybrid, you're gonna find the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to an electric motor and of course the high voltage battery pack for a combined output of 226 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Now this is paired to a 6-speed torque converted automatic, so something a little bit different from other manufacturers out there that may use a CVT type transmission. Hyundai uses a torque converted automatic with their hybrid systems, or a 6-speed dual clutch found on some of their smaller vehicles such as the Elantra hybrid. But overall, this makes for a very efficient setup, getting 37 mpg in the city, 36 out on the highway, and I believe 36 combined. So that's going to do it for my quick walk around of the 2024 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEL Convenience. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel in these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and make sure to stay tuned and check out some other content I have here on the channel already. Now, if you're curious about other trim levels of the Tucson, I pretty much filmed everything for the 2023 model year, including the hybrid SEL Convenience and some of the other Tucsons out there. So make sure to check those out. Like I said, it gives you a good idea as far as all the color palette and color combinations go. And I will try to film additional color combinations here for 2024, just so you guys have more variety and don't see the exact same vehicle as 2023. But with all that being said, I think the hybrid SEL Convenience is a great value in the Tucson lineup. Gives you a lot of nice equipment, including the panoramic sunroof, the H-Tex leatherette, heated front seats, and some of the more premium materials on the door cards, including the LED lighting and everything like that. So if you're looking at a very efficient hybrid vehicle and want to stay in the compact class and relatively affordable at that, at about $36,000, I really don't think you can go wrong with the hybrid SEL Convenience or a different trim level of the hybrid Tucson in general. But overall, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the hybrid Tucson, so leave a comment down in the comment section. Do you own a Tucson? How your ownership experience has been, or are you looking at purchasing one of these hybrid Tucsons? Definitely curious to hear your thoughts, some of the likes, dislikes, and maybe some of the competitors that you're looking at in the compact space. I think this is still one of the best values in the lineup. Offers a good amount of space on the inside, and really, like I said, you can't go wrong for most trim levels in my opinion. So let me know that information down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate the support here on the channel and hope to see you guys in the next one.